Welcome to HCC MovieMakers Academy Movie Reviews. I'm Erik Calderon.
And I'm Reva Benoit, and we just saw Hot Pursuit. So Hot Pursuit is starring Reese Witherspoon as well as Sofia Vergara, and they are on an actual mission to get from one destination to the next, which is the mission to,
Dallas.
Dallas.
They're going to Dallas.
Okay.
And you know why they're going to Dallas?
Yeah, they're going to Dallas because she's like a witness and protection.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what did you think about the film?
I just thought the film was like all over the place for me, kind of hard to keep up with because the jokes were just a little bit outlandish if you ask me. I think it was more effort to push Reese Witherspoon into a direction that she really isn't capable of, as far as being a comedic kind of person where it just kind of flows naturally. I've seen her in her best work, I think, as Legally Blonde, but this particular one I was more so.
I watched Legally Blonde many times.
Yeah, I think that was really good. And this one I was just a little bit disappointed. I think it was an overkill of trying to sell her character that really didn't work out very well.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I was watching the film, I was like, okay, it made me laugh.
Yeah,
I was very entertained. I mean, there was some spots where I was laughing, I was cracking up. There were some spots I was like, I was the only one in the theater laughing.
There were a couple people that were like really laughing throughout the whole movie, and I was like, maybe am I missing something here? Was I more into my food than I was the movie? I don't know what it was, but
maybe
for me,
I was in the theater with you.
You may have been, but my son enjoyed it. My 10-year-old son, he did. I will say it's a movie that you can definitely bring the family along with and watch. Nothing too inappropriate. I think they really tried to sell the kind of sexy part of Sofia Vergara's. I think that.
And the jokes about her are really funny too. I mean, they had and it's in the preview. You know, it's in the trailer. The age span. Yeah, she's like 45 years old, and she freaks out because she's
right. And then they even get to 50, and that was like kind of far fetched. But I get the joke, and it was funny. The height thing with Reese Witherspoon, that was pretty funny as well. It's just I feel that the whole plot of the movie wasn't very clear. It was a bit sketchy for me, so it was kind of like you were watching and laughing, but like, okay, well, wait a minute, what really happened to her brother? What's really going on with the shoes? I mean, it kind of revealed itself, but at the same time, I feel like it was just kind of in between.
Well, I liked the movie a lot because of the comedy, right? And I think that I wasn't in the mood for comedy, but I think if I was in the mood for comedy, I would have cracked up the whole night.
I was in the mood for comedy.
I wasn't in the mood, but I laughed, so I thought that was good. But I kind of agree with you. I think the acting was a little stale, but maybe it was meant to be that way. I'm not sure.
You think so?
I don't know, but it was a little bit stale, and you could tell that it was a little forced.
Yeah.
Their acting was a little forced. The story though was pretty well put together.
In your opinion?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a very good story. It was interesting. It was like the witness protection program. And they were going to take the lady, the guy to Dallas.
Right, and then he ended up getting killed.
Mr. Reva, yeah.
Right, and I thought that was pretty cool that his last name was kind of like my first name, Reva, with the I.
Yeah.
So I kept hearing it the whole time. I was like, it sounds like my name. Me and my son kept having discussions about that, but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and so I thought that, and the story-wise, I thought it was a really tight story. It did look like a real standard Hollywood film.
Yeah.
They hit all the points that they need to hit to make money.
I think that the timing was also very good for them, the Mother's Day weekend type of thing. The biggest thing for me, I think it's just the character of Reese Witherspoon that really kind of killed it for me. I would have liked to seen her a little bit more sexier. They kind of just let Sofia kind of overpower the sexy of it. But that is what she embodies. But I think I would have liked to seen her just be a little bit better in the film than what she was. She was kind of country and a little dumb, if you will. Kind of naive more than anything.
Yeah, and talking about the characters, I think the story or the director did a really good job introducing us to the character.
Like far as just telling you about
who she is,
the background
and
with her dad,
with
the situation, and patrolling.
And her patrolling all the time, and her knowing all the numbers, and I mean, I really got to know her name, Cooper.
Right.
Her name was Cooper. I really got to know her really well.
I did like the tasing incident. That one was really good.
That's funny.
That was funny. I think it was more funnier for me the second time around when she actually purposely did it to the guy. That was.
So what was your favorite part in the whole film?
Favorite part, I want to say, just there wasn't really a favorite part for me. I won't
Okay.
It's just like little spots in between of things that I did enjoy about it. There wasn't really a favorite part. I think the chemistry was a bit off. I did like the part whenever they had the little kind of fake makeout scene where she comes around the corner. So maybe that would be the favorite part of mine. When she came around the corner trying to save her, when she was running away, and the guy had the gun, the rifle
pulled. His
pulled.
finger off?
Right, exactly. And they kind of start.
So you like that part?
That part was funny because it was just like
I thought that was
not
lame.
working. I thought that part was funny.
I thought that was lame. I was like, man, I thought, gosh.
He's like, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
Like, this is not hot at all.
Yeah. No, my favorite part in the film was that when they have that whole Cooper incident, and they're explaining that,
right?
And then the cop goes, "Oh, you're the Cooper." Oh, that was I love that part. That was just so,
wait. Are you talking about the second one when he asked, "Are you the?"
No, when the detective met her for Cooper for the first time.
Oh, right.
And they're in the
and
captain's
she was
office.
known for that particular thing, the Cooper.
Yeah, and she's the Cooper incident. Yeah. I thought that was great. Now, what did you think about the directing? Because did you know that the director also directed that movie 27 Dresses? Did you see that movie?
I did not see that movie, but I did read that.
That was a really good movie. I mean, that movie, I love that. That was an awesome movie.
So how do you think it goes into comparison with? Is it nothing?
Nothing the same.
So
night and day.
Do you think it's a worse part? Like, do you think it's not as good as what he was able to do? I mean, 87 minutes for a film. It's kind of short. Kind of seems like for me. I mean, you're only missing a couple more minutes, but I think that kind of affected a little bit. The blooper reels at the end, I honestly didn't even. I didn't stay for the blooper reels.
That was my favorite part.
I did not
because
stay for
there was that one scene where they're changing their clothes, and you see Reese Witherspoon's underwear.
Yeah, the white, the greenies.
And I was like waiting to see Miss Reva's underwear. I mean, she was laughing at her underwear, so I wanted to see her underwear. We don't get to see it.
Yeah.
Until the blooper reels.
Oh, so that's why you are a fan of the blooper, of course. Okay. So I think in the movie they tried to do like a balance, something for the guys, because it's more like a chick flick, and so women want to go see it. When I saw the cover of it, I saw Reese Witherspoon, and I immediately was like, I'll definitely go watch that.
I like her.
I do like her, and I've liked her for quite some time now. So that brought me in, and then of course the hotness on the other end, that's bringing the guys in. So, and it just overall. It did what it was supposed to do, which is make money, bring in the audience.
Money, And then talking about money, I mean, they spent $35 million just to make this film.
Wow.
Yeah, and the opening weekend, which was this weekend, made $15 million. So I think it's on course to get its money back.
We're like 3-4 days in.
Yeah, and it's going to make its money back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to make it back. But I do think that the cinematography was really good. The chase scenes were good, so you can see where they spent the money.
Yeah, I mean, and those little details. I agree with that.
Yeah, and. Yeah, what do you think about cinematography? Like the filming of it. What do you think about the picture, the overall picture?
The overall picture. I mean, I like the way that they kept it really like bright, if you will, because it did get to shine on the beauty of the women.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really would have rather her Reese Witherspoon been a little bit more glamorous, and I think that's something that would have definitely helped the movie pop a little bit more, so to speak.
Yeah, I didn't like Sofia Vergara.
You didn't like her? But that's who she is in pretty much everything, though.
Like
so are you just not a fan of her?
I didn't. I just didn't. The film didn't like. I was like,
it didn't kind of work in it.
Like I would never want to know a woman like that.
Well, I mean, I guess at this point, the woman we saw was the one that she was revealed to be, versus who she was prior to. So maybe you would have got tricked too, like her husband, her deceased husband.
So overall, what would you give the film on a scale from 1 to 15?
Oh, that's a long scale. Just given the scale, I'd probably give it.
Oh, so 1 to 10, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 1 to 10.
1 to
like
10.
15. That's a really 1 to 10. I would give it a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'd probably give it close to a 7, maybe 6.9 or something like that. Because I think that the acting was a little stale.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of pulled me out of the experience, and I think that was meant to be that way.
And see, I was expecting the total opposite. So, with that being said, 5.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching this episode of HCC MovieMakers Academy Movie Reviews. We're brought to you by HCC TV and the HCC Filmmaking Program. And, of course, you can watch us on YouTube, right?
Like our channel, if you love movies.
Like our channel. Our channel is HCC MovieMakers Movie Reviews on YouTube. You'll see both links right there. We love films. If you love films, please visit the HCC website, sign up for a class, and enjoy the art of filmmaking.
Yes. This has been Reva Benoit and
Erik Calderon.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.